In my past life, Lyra, the low-born daughter of a noble pack family, fell into the lake. My brother Caden pulled her out. She accused him of assaulting her in the water, demanded he take her as his mate, said she'd drag the whole thing before the Alpha King and Luna Queen and have him punished if he refused. It was the worst possible time. Caden was right in the middle of his succession process for the Northmark Alpha title. I was terrified it would derail everything. So I pushed T into it. He took her as his mate. 7 months later, she gave birth to twins. Caden endured the humiliation, raised her 2 sons, fought rogue wolves on the border, until he came home crippled. Then she and her sons poisoned him. He bled from every wound and died in his own filth. I tried to report it. My fiancé, Dorian, looped his belt around my throat.
If you report them, Lyra and my 2 sons die for it.
I opened my eyes. I was back at the summer gathering. I saw Lyra fall into the lake.
Sis, someone's drowning. We have to go help.
Don't you dare move!
This was a second chance. There was no version of this life where I let him walk into that trap.
Sis, why are you crying?
I'm fine. Wind got to me.
Sis, let go of me. Someone's life is at stake.
I said, don't move.
Are you serious right now? Someone's drowning.
Someone will save her, just not you.
I turned to the squat, pockmarked stablehand standing nearby.
Bram, you want to mate or not?
Bram worked the stables at Northmark Manor. He was built like a barrel, face cratered with old scars, teeth the color of old bone, lazy as the day was long. Spent his wages at gambling dens and pleasure houses. Any other servant, I'd have thrown him out years ago. But Bram had one thing going for him. His father. Old Rek had carried my father's body off the battlefield with his own back, out of a pile of the dead. That kind of loyalty didn't expire. So Bram, for all his uselessness, had a kind of untouchable status in the manor. Even Caden and I gave him a little room. We didn't send him on errands lightly. Today was only because our other 2 stable-hands had fallen sick. So Bram was driving us to the summer gathering.
Of course I want one, my lady.
Bram, today I'm handing you an opportunity. Go pull that girl out of the water. But after you get her out, hide in the reeds. Don't let anyone see you. Wait until I call for you. I promise by the end of today, you'll have yourself a highborn mate for free.
Whatever you say, my lady.
Then go.
Bram hit the water with a splash. The delay had cost Lyra. She'd swallowed a lot of water by then and was barely conscious.
Everyone follow me, quickly! My lady fell in the water! Hide, now. I'll call you when it's time.
Yes, my lady.
Lyra's personal attendant arrived with a whole group behind her. At the front, my fiancé, Dorian, son of the pack elder.
Caden saved her, didn't he?
Lyra coughed up water and came around. She looked at the crowd. Then she pointed straight at Caden and burst into tears, screaming that he'd assaulted her in the water. The crowd erupted.
They call Beta Caden a young hero, fearless against rogues on the border. To frame you?
Beta Caden used a rescue as cover to assault an innocent girl. And now he won't even own it.
Shameless.
You ride your rogue fighting reputation and come back thinking you can do whatever you want to pack women in the capital?
He ruined her honor.
He has to take responsibility.
If this gets out, how is she ever supposed to find a mate?
And she's lowborn on top of everything.
Caden, if you're any kind of wolf, stand up in front of everyone right now and come making this right. Take Lila as your mate. I'm telling you, I didn't do anything to her. Why won't any of you listen? Caden, even now you're gonna dig in?
I pulled Caden behind me and shook my head. This was Dorian and Lyra's trap. Every piece of it was designed. He could talk until he was hoarse. No one here was going to believe him.
Vera, Northmint Pack is your responsibility. This is Caden's fault. Set a date, go to the family with a formal mating request, and bring Lyra home to the manor properly. We're not yet mated, Vera. We're one unit. My family and yours are bound together. Everything I'm saying is for Caden's sake and Northmole's sake. If this escalates, it damages Caden and Northern Pack's name. He's right in the middle of his alpha title succession. If someone brings this before the Alpha King and it creates complications, that's a problem. The Luna Queen and Alpha Princess Luna are arriving soon. If this blows up and ruins the summer gathering, the Luna Queen won't be pleased. Better to handle this quietly. Everyone walks away happy.
Everyone walks away happy. He meant him and Lyra walk away happy. I looked at Dorian with his polished speech and his fake concern and felt sick to my stomach. Last life, I'd been fooled by that act. I'd made Caden carry the weight of it. And it had destroyed us both. This life, Caden and I could die right here before I let him mate Lyra.
Dorian, hold on. Let me ask Lyra something first.
I stepped forward.
Lyra, are you absolutely certain the one who assaulted you in the water was my brother Caden? I saw him clearly. It was Caden. You're saying Caden assaulted you in the water. Then why is every inch of him completely dry?
The crowd looked at Caden. Not a drop of water on him. Confusion spread across their faces.
He probably changed clothes after he pulled me out. I blacked out when I got to the bank. I don't know what happened after that. But in the water, I saw him clearly.
Dorian's eyes went sharp.
Vera! Your brother did something wrong. Instead of making him admit it, you're interrogating Lyra. What is your problem?
Is Northmark Pack trying to bully their way out of this?
Just because they have pack strength and the Alpha King's favor doesn't mean there are no rules! We will get justice for Lyra today!
The crowd followed.
Caden has to take responsibility.
Dorian looked around, confident with the crowd at his back.
Vera, admit it right now and send a formal mating request to her family.
I looked at Dorian, handsome on the outside and rotten to the core, and thought of the look on his face when he tightened that belt around my throat in the last life. My stomach turned.
Dorian, did you personally see Caden assault Lyra?
He opened his mouth. Nothing came out.
What are you saying? That Lyra destroyed her own honor just to frame your brother? I thought I knew you. I was wrong.
Duchess Marin pointed at me.
How long does Northmark Pack plan to keep bullying people? You're covering for your brother even now.
The crowd's mood turned. They looked ready to spit on me.
We are upsetting Lyra, Denund! Northmark Pack has gone too far! We all see it now!
We always respected them. What a mistake that was.
I looked over the crowd.
Has anyone here personally seen my brother assault Lyra?
Silence. They looked at each other. Nobody spoke.
You're absolutely certain it was Caden. You say he ruined your honor. What's your proof? I have proof.
She reached into her clothing and pulled out a jade pendant.
This! When I was fighting in the water, I tore it off the person who attacked me.
The crowd saw it and the verdict was sealed.
Still have something to say?
That's not mine.
No one believed him.
If it's not Caden's, whose is it?
That's a fine piece of jade, but there's no Northmark mark on it. Lyra says it's my brother's. Does that make it his?
When we got here, you and Caden were the only two at the scene. Who else could it belong of?
Duchess Marin. Lyra says with nothing but her own word that this belongs to my brother. I could just as easily say it belongs to your mate.
Don't you dare drag my mate into this!
Lyra's voice cracked into a wail.
I am a proper-born wolf of good standing. I have never stepped outside the bounds of what's right. I am not shameless. I don't degrade myself. My honor is gone. Now you're humiliating me on top of it. I'd rather die!
She broke free from the crowd and ran toward the water. Everyone gasped and grabbed for her. Dorian went white with fury, pulled back his hand and slapped me hard across the face.
I didn't think you were capable of this, Vera.
He went to strike again. Caden caught his arm and locked it.
Dorian, touch my sister one more time and see what I do to your hand. I said I didn't assault Lyra. I didn't ruin her honor. A wolf's word is his bond. Why is not one of you willing to take me at mine? If anyone else insult my sister, don't expect me to stay quiet.
The crowd's anger spiked higher.
Caden! You did something disgusting and you're standing here smug about it. Do you think pack law doesn't apply to you?
If you won't admit it, we'll take this to the Luna Queen herself and let her judge you!
I pressed my hand to my stinging cheek. Beneath the pain, Something warm spread through my chest from Caden's words. This life, whatever it cost me, I was going to protect him. I looked at Lyra.
Seems like you've already decided to pour this bucket on my brother no matter what. But hear me clearly, Lyra. You want Caden as your mate? You're dreaming. We'd both die before that happens.
She hesitated, then something dark crossed her eyes.
You're only standing firm because no one was there to witness it. No one can prove your version either.
She turned and threw herself headfirst into a tree. The crowd lurched to stop her. Too slow. She split her forehead open. Blood ran down her face. The crowd's fury hit its peak.
Northmark Pack is killing her!
Her brother did wrong, and she's forcing an innocent girl to die for it. What kind of people are they?
Lyra, this isn't your fault. Northmark Pack is wrong here. We'll have our mates bring this before the Pack Council tomorrow. If Northmark keeps refusing, right! Northmark Pack. Vera, you won't stop until she's dead, will you? I see who you really are now, Vera. I can't mate a woman with a heart like this. If Northmark Pack won't answer for Lyra today, then our mate bond agreement is void. I'm calling it off. A woman who can't tell right from wrong, mate her and your pack will never have peace. Better to break it off now.
Dorian was certain I wouldn't let him do it. In this world, a woman whose mate bond was broken was done. The gossip alone would drown her. But he didn't know I'd spent this entire time setting up for exactly this moment.
You said it, Dorian, son of the Pack Elder. A wolf's word is his bond. I'm releasing our mate bond agreement. Right now.
Someone bring paper and something to write with. I want Dorian to put the dissolution in writing.
Dorian had only meant it as leverage, forced me to push Caden into the mating he hadn't actually wanted out. My answer caught him completely off guard. He went still. Dorian was sharp, calculating. He saw the leverage failing
Vera,
and softened fast.
If you'll just let Caden take responsibility, we don't need to dissolve anything.
My brother Caden is a true wolf who has done nothing wrong. Write the dissolution, Dorian.
A servant brought paper and a writing tool. Dorian was cornered. He wrote the dissolution, then threw it at me like he was doing me a favor.
Lady Thorn, from the Noble Pack family, is here.
Lyra flinched and drew in on herself.
My stepmother came. She'll destroy me. Vera, please. Just let this go.
The pack ladies pressed in around me.
Vera, you're a woman too. You understand what honor means to us. If this spreads, how does Lila ever find a mate? And she's lowborn besides. Just say yes to this mating and give her a way to survive.
They'd all been taken in by Lyra's helpless act. None of them had any idea what she was capable of behind closed doors. I gave a cold smile.
You reap what you sow. Lyra, I'm not the one who can help you. I don't think anyone can help you today.
Lady Thorn arrived and ran a flat look over Lyra, soaking wet.
What happened?
Everyone talked over each other to explain.
Caden! The wolf!
Lady Thorn's brow tightened.
Take the second daughter away. Stop making a scene.
An elder pack matron stepped forward and began dragging Lyra out.
Vera! Caden! If you won't admit it, I won't survive this.
Lady Thorn, today's events really can't be blamed on your daughter. You must speak up for her.
Vera.
Voice flat.
Northmark Pack may have more battlefield honors in the Alpha King's favor than our family. But we are not easy to push around. My daughter has called me mother for over a decade. I will get justice for her from Northmark Pack.
I could see the key person had arrived. The ground was ready.
Lady Thorn, you're Lyra's stepmother. You're the one who has authority over her mating arrangements. So let me ask you plainly, right here in front of everyone.
Is it your family's position that whoever pulled Lyra out of that water today is responsible for her and must take her as their mate?
It is.
I looked at Lyra.
That's your position.
Yellow teeth. He grinned his ugliest grin.
Come in, mate!
Lyra went the color of ash.
That's not who it was! It was Caden who pulled me out!
Dorian's expression cracked too.
What are you talking about? I'm the one who saved you.
No, you're not! It was Caden!
It was Caden.
That's ridiculous. My master and my lady were standing together. Neither of them went near the water. How could they have saved you? When I pulled you out, you tore that neck right off my neck.
That's a lie. Something like that couldn't belong to someone like you.
Bram smiled, wide and slow, every yellow tooth on display.
The Alpha Prince gave that to me personally. About a month ago, I kept the Alpha Prince's young heir from getting hurt when he fell from a carriage. The Alpha Prince unclipped it himself and gave it to me as a reward. I saved you. That's the truth.
Lyra's face went hollow. She kept shaking her head.
It wasn't you. It wasn't you. It was Caden.
The Alpha Prince's gift can be verified. It can't be faked. Bram serves Northmark Manor. He wouldn't lie about something this serious. But to be thorough, we should confirm it.
We should check.
The Lunar Queen and the Alpha Princess Luna both expected around this time. We could wait for the Lunar Queen to decide.
Dorian's expression went tight. He could feel the situation slipping past him, and there was nothing he could do about it.
The Luna Queen has arrived! The Alpha Princess Luna has arrived!
Everyone dropped to their knees. Luna Seraphine told them to rise, smiling.
Why is everyone gathered here instead of in the garden?
Lady Thorne knelt and presented the whole situation to the Luna Queen, begging her to decide. The Luna Queen's expression grew serious.
Vera, if Caden has feelings for Lyra, I can petition the Alpha King for a royal mate decree.
Lunar Queen, today is the first time he's ever laid eyes on Lyra. There are no feelings to speak of. Caden would never do something this dishonorable. The one who entered the water and pulled Lyra out was our stable hand, Bram. We have physical evidence.
The Luna Queen had the pendant brought forward. She looked at it and said,
This is indeed the Alpha Prince's piece.
About a month ago, our young Kian nearly fell from the carriage. One of Northmark Manor's stable hand caught him in time. The Alpha Prince gave that pendant to the stable hand on the spot as a reward. The one who entered the water today is also a stable hand from Northmark. I imagine it's the same person. Luna Queen, it is the same person. That pendant proves Lyra was rescued by Bram, not Caden. But Lyra refuses to admit it and keeps insisting it was my brother. I respectfully ask the Luna Queen to investigate this thoroughly and restore Caden's name.
The Luna Queen called Bram forward.
Bram, is there any other evidence?
Yes, Luna Queen. When I pulled Lyra out of the water, I saw a red crescent birthmark on her chest. If Lyra keeps denying it and keeps accusing my master, you can verify it. If the mark isn't there, I'll accept whatever punishment is given to me.
The crowd erupted. Lyra was shaking. Her eyes were hollow. Dorian had gone white.
A birthmark can't be faked. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Take Lyra inside and have her examined.
Lyra inside and have her examined.
One of the Luna Queen's elder pack matrons stepped forward with 2 attendants.
Lyra, come with us.
Lyra's legs gave out. She fainted from sheer terror. The matron signaled the attendants. They carried Lyra inside. The Luna Queen turned to Duchess Marin.
Go with a few of the pack ladies. Be witnesses.
The matron opened Lyra's wet clothing in front of them. Between her collarbones, clear as anything, a red crescent birthmark.
It's real.
A mark like that, seen by a man in water. She'd have to be his mate, whether she wanted it or not.
The matron went further. She examined Lyra for proof of her claim. The group came back out quickly. Duchess Marin's face was cycling through shades of green and white. I already knew what they'd found.
Lyra does have the red crescent birthmark on her chest, and when we examined her further, she has not been untouched for some time. She is also carrying a secret pregnancy.
The crowd went silent. Then it exploded. The tide turned completely.
What a scheme! She played all of us! She was sneaking a secret lover in while pretending to be honorable. Shameless.
And then tried to frame Caden for it. Disgusting.
Lady Thorne went stone-faced. She slapped Lyra across the face. Then again,
You have shamed this family. I have never been more disgusted.
Lyra was completely broken. She slid down to the ground like water and didn't react at all. Dorian shrank into the background and kept his mouth shut. Lady Thorne dropped to her knees before the Luna Queen.
I failed in raising her. I accept whatever punishment you give. Failed in raising her. Is that what we're calling it? Lyra made her own mess, got herself with child in secret, and then tried to use Caden as a way out. If Vera hadn't fought back, Northrink Pack's only heir would have been buried alive by this. Take Lyra to the Pack tribunal cells and interrogate her. I want the name of the secret lover.
The matrons dragged Lyra into the back room. From inside came screaming. But Lyra had a hard core. No matter what they did, she refused to give up the name. Dorian was her only hope. The Luna Queen had no choice. She had Lyra moved to the Pack tribunal cells. That same day, the matter reached the Alpha King. He issued a decree ordering Lyra's noble Pack family to answer for it. The family patriarch had spent his whole career being careful, staying low, keeping his head down, undone by a low-born daughter who'd dreamed of climbing beyond her station. Though, if you traced it back far enough, it was Lady Thorne's iron-fisted control of the household that had left Lyra with no path but the one her own mother had taken. Use your face and your body and hope it gets you somewhere. That was how she'd ended up tangled with Dorian in the first place. The Alpha King also sent a rebuke to Duchess Marin for her role in inflaming things, ordering her to keep her mouth shut going forward. Duchess Marin never showed her face at another pack gathering in the capital for the rest of her life. Lyra held out in the tribunal cells. 3 days later, 2 pack matrons came from her family. They forced a draft of medicine down her throat. An hour later, she miscarried. Twins. Lyra wouldn't stop bleeding. No one from the tribunal had been told to send a healer. The attitude was, live or die, that's on her. She lived anyway. Half a month later, the Luna Queen came to Northmark Manor herself to check on Caden and me. She took my hand, sat down, made small talk for a bit.
That girl is tough. Hasn't said a word in the tribunal cells. I was thinking of sending her off with a cup of poison.
Let Lyra die that easily? That was letting her off too light. I stood and bowed.
Luna Queen, I have a request.
She smiled.
Vera, just say it. Luna Queen, the Alpha Queen Mother's birthday is next month. In her honor, spare Lyra's life. That day Lyra said herself that whoever saved her would become her mate. Lady Thorne agreed to it in front of everyone. She was pulled out by our stable hand Bram. So perhaps—
The Luna Queen tilted her head.
Vera, even if you want to give Lyra a way out, your stable hand might not want to take her.
What I was giving Lyra wasn't a way out. It was a life worse than death.
Why don't I bring Bram in and ask him in person? If he's willing, it's a fair arrangement.
Bram gambled and chased women. Every coin he earned either vanished at the gambling den or got spent at the pleasure house. Lyra was stunning. Skin like cream, face like a spring blossom. One of the most striking women among all the high-born pack women in the capital. A woman like that on any ordinary day. Bram wouldn't even be allowed to look at her twice. She was used goods now, sure, but if this moment passed, a wolf like Bram would never get another shot at someone like her. I was betting he'd say yes. A servant brought Bram to the doorway of the main hall.
Bram, are you still willing to take Lyra as your mate?
Bram paused, worked through it, and decided fast.
Yes, my lady.
I turned to the Luna Queen.
Since that's settled, Luna Queen, bring them together.
The Luna Queen smiled.
You asked, Vera. How could I say no?
The night Lyra walked out of the tribunal cells, a carriage from her family dropped her at Bram's door. No ceremony talk, no anything. They were done with her, dropping off a problem they wanted gone. A month later, the Alpha King's punishment came down. Lyra's father was stripped of his rank and sent to a backwater post, a nobody position, in a nobody place, never permitted to return to the capital. The day the decree came, he threw Lady Thorne out of the household. As for Lyra, her worst days were just beginning. Bram was rough and crude, nothing like Dorian, who had at least known how to handle a woman. The first night, he worked her until she couldn't get out of bed. After that, he did whatever suited him, whenever it suited him. Bram's household was poor, no servants. Lyra cooked and washed and waited on him. If she didn't do it right, she got hit or screamed at. Lyra suffered in silence. It was barely living, but she refused to die. She'd already survived the tribunal cells. She was young. She was still beautiful. As long as she was breathing, she believed she could find a way back. 6 months later, Dorian decided things had quieted down enough and came back from the southern territories. Lyra heard the news and immediately got word to his personal attendant. Dorian, for his part, had long since stopped thinking about her. He wanted nothing more than to put distance between them, but she had something on him. He didn't have a choice. He planned to see her once, say what needed to be said, give her some coin, and be done with it. Then Lyra showed up in white, threw herself against him, and told him about the twins, crying with her whole body. She wasn't the bright, bold girl he remembered. There was something different about her now, fragile, quietly devastating. Dorian hesitated. He didn't leave right away. Ever since Dorian came back to the capital, I'd had people watching both of them. When word came that they were meeting that day, I'd already had the drugs slipped into both of their drinks. It took hold. They ended up tangled together. I had someone quietly tip off Bram and bring him there to catch them. Dorian and Lyra were caught bare, in the middle of it, a set of antlers that size. Bram wasn't going to swallow it quietly. He went at Dorian with everything he had. In the brawl, someone landed 2 hard kicks right between Dorian's legs. Dorian screamed and blacked out on the spot. Pack healers cycled through, one after another. They all came out shaking their heads. Nothing they could do. Dorian would never have pups. Pack Elder Dorian Sr. had only one son. His bloodline was finished. The Pack Elder was furious. He wanted the person who'd done it quietly dealt with, but when he pressed Dorian's attendant for details, he found out about Lyra, found out Dorian had been behind the whole scheme at the gathering, found out the twins Lyra lost in the tribunal cells were Dorian's. Cold sweat. The pack elder buried the story and brought in private healers from all over the capital. What he didn't know, the one who'd thrown those kicks had been training for 30 years and had put everything behind them. No healer in the world was fixing that. Word spread across the capital that the pack elder's son, the great Dorian, couldn't perform. Northmark Manor helped that word travel, of course. Dorian, who had always been sharp and polished and insufferably sure of himself, was eaten alive by it. Every person he'd ever outshone lined up to get their shots in. One day, Dorian broke. He set a fire in his room and burned himself to death inside it. On the other side of the city, Bram dragged Lyra home after catching her and beat her until she couldn't leave her bed for 2 weeks. His crowd set up gambling games, the kind he never knew how to walk away from. After one session, Bram lost Lyra to a thug named Wade. Wade had his fun with her for 2 months. When the novelty wore off, he put a price on it. Lyra refused with everything she had. Wade just smiled and put a compulsion drug in her food. When it took hold, Lyra was the one begging. After that, Wade's place had a steady rotation of men coming and going every day. Sometimes 1 or 2, sometimes 5 or 6. Lyra sank lower than the lowest back alley wolf in the capital. My brother Caden ran into Princess Calla at a tavern, dressed as a man, sharp-eyed and full of fire. He took her for a fellow young wolf. Without knowing who she was, he went out with her more than once. They fell for each other. When he found out the truth, he petitioned the Alpha King to take her as his mate. He brought Calla back to the northern border with him, said they were going to see the wide sky and the open land together. As for me, the Alpha Prince's Luna had noticed me the day of the summer gathering. A year later, the Alpha Prince took the throne. His Luna was crowned Luna Queen. She personally asked on behalf of her full-blooded brother, the new royal consort Arin, to take me as his mate. Arin was brilliant and trained, and striking in a way that made it hard to look at him directly. At last month's mid-autumn night gathering, he'd reached up and broken off a sprig of sweet osmanthus and handed it to me. When he passed it over, our eyes met. I stood there for a second, completely still. I still go red thinking about it, but I said yes. The new Luna Queen smiled and leaned in close and called me sister. Not long after, the Pack Council went through a full sweep. Pack Elder Dorian Sr. was found guilty of corruption and embezzlement of Pack resources. He was stripped of his title, and the whole family was banished to the far southern borderlands. Northmark Pack's star was rising. Our name carried more weight than it ever had. Everyone who had crushed us in the last life had fallen into the mud. This life, the next, they were never getting back up. The pack elder buried the story and brought in private healers from all over the capital. What he didn't know, the one who'd thrown those kicks had been training for 30 years and had put everything behind them. No healer in the world was fixing that. Word spread across the capital that the pack elder's son, the great Dorian, couldn't perform. Northmark Manor helped that word travel, of course. Dorian, who had always been sharp and polished and insufferably sure of himself, was eaten alive by it. Every person he'd ever outshone lined up to get their shots in. One day, Dorian broke. He set a fire in his room and burned himself to death inside it. On the other side of the city, Bram dragged Lyra home after catching her and beat her until she couldn't leave her bed for 2 weeks. His crowd set up gambling games, the kind he never knew how to walk away from. After one session, Bram lost Lyra to a thug named Wade. Wade had his fun with her for 2 months. When the novelty wore off, he put a price on it. Lyra refused with everything she had. Wade just smiled and put a compulsion drug in her food. When it took hold, Lyra was the one begging. After that, Wade's place had a steady rotation of men coming and going every day. Sometimes 1 or 2, sometimes 5 or 6. Lyra sank lower than the lowest back alley wolf in the capital. My brother Caden ran into Princess Calla at a tavern, dressed as a man, sharp-eyed and full of fire. He took her for a fellow young wolf. Without knowing who she was, he went out with her more than once. They fell for each other. When he found out the truth, he petitioned the Alpha King to take her as his mate. He brought Calla back to the northern border with him, said they were going to see the wide sky and the open land together. As for me, the Alpha Prince's Luna had noticed me the day of the summer gathering. A year later, the Alpha Prince took the throne. His Luna was crowned Luna Queen. She personally asked on behalf of her full-blooded brother, the new royal consort Arin, to take me as his mate. Arin was brilliant and trained, and striking in a way that made it hard to look at him directly. At last month's mid-autumn night gathering, he'd reached up and broken off a sprig of sweet osmanthus and handed it to me. When he passed it over, our eyes met. I stood there for a second, completely still. I still go red thinking about it, but I said yes. The new Luna Queen smiled and leaned in close and called me sister. Not long after, the Pack Council went through a full sweep. Pack Elder Dorian Sr. was found guilty of corruption and embezzlement of Pack resources. He was stripped of his title, and the whole family was banished to the far southern borderlands. Northmark Pack's star was rising. Our name carried more weight than it ever had. Everyone who had crushed us in the last life had fallen into the mud. This life, the next, they were never getting back up.